Hello, and welcome to Seasons of Testimony. My name is Miss Pearl, and I am your host. I will be here sharing my testimony just momentarily, but I wanted to take a moment to just let you know that Seasons of Testimony is more than a platform, it is my ministry and it's my purpose. Um, God placed it on my heart to start the Seasons of Testimonies so that other people from every walk, men, women, children, everyone can have their chance, their moment to feel comfortable wherever they are to share their testimonies because it is important, very important to share your testimony, to share your testimonies with everyone and what God has done in your life. And I'm going to be sharing the testimony with you guys of when God done the impossible in my life. So I was about 5 years old, and my mother and my stepfather had went to like a evening date lunching. I don't remember, but they were out, and my older sister was babysitting. She was babysitting us, and so we went to the park. We had this park in back of our house, so we went out to the park and we were playing. And while everyone was playing, I snuck back into my home. I snuck back into the house, and I love chocolate. I love chocolate. So I snuck back into the house and I was eating spoonfuls of hot chocolate. And I ended up getting caught. My sister came back in, but about time she came back in and caught me eating the hot chocolate, you guys, like my stomach was hurting so bad and I couldn't move. So like I don't know. She ended up picking me up and taking me upstairs. But like from that moment on, I became very, very sick to the point of where I ended up hospitalized. But let me tell you guys how. How. Um, I laid in my mother's bed, and when I say I couldn't keep down anything, I couldn't keep down nothing. She had to get a garbage can and put it beside the bed. And you would have thought that like I had a whole lot to come up out of me. Like I was just throwing up, throwing up, throwing up, throwing up, all the way to the point in time of where my mother got home. And when my mom returned home, her and my stepfather, I just remember them grabbing me and rushing me to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, I remember them trying to keep me alert, them talking to me while we were running. My stepfather telling me to look at him, but my eyes kept closing. And my mom telling me to look at her. My eyes kept closing. So I'm looking at them back and forth, trying to keep myself awake also. And I seen the doctors and the nurses like on the other end of the hall. And all of a sudden, it just got dark. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I fainted. But when I woke up, it was maybe a day later. When I woke up, there was a lady in the room who said she was a nurse. She showed me this doll she had. If you guys remember the little Raggedy Ann dolls or the Cabbage Patch dolls back in the days, and she held the doll up and she was saying, "Annie, lay back down," because I began to start moving and trying to sit up. So she was telling me to lay back down in the bed, and I'm looking like, who is she? So she was like, Annie, I want to talk to you. And I think she introduced herself as a nurse. So she was telling me that I had appendicitis and it ruptured. So when you have appendicitis, those of us who have had like I had appendix taken out, when you have appendicitis, your appendix they rupture. So my appendix ruptured, and she was saying when it ruptured yours, it released poison in your body. And usually when the poison is released in your body, you die. So when I heard her say you die, I'm like, I like instantly start, you're like, oh my God, like I want my mom, looking like, lady, who are you? You telling me that this happens and you die? So I'm looking at her and I just instantly begin crying. I'm crying for my mom. And she was like, it's okay, it's okay. We're gonna get your mom. And I don't at that point, I just lost it. I don't remember how she exited the room. But my mom ended up coming and she brought the family in. Like I was so like hysterical, like not understanding when she told me that, like up until the point of where my mom came, I didn't know what had happened. At 5 years old, when you hear that when something like that happens, the poison released in your body, you could die. That's all you hear. that part right there. So that was the point in time in my life of where God worked a miracle for me the first time. Because like it couldn't be anyone but God that I'm still alive at the age that I am now. And I was 5 then. And a lot of people, they don't make it past that. So we have to give God the praise that he needs, the praise that he deserves, because every day God is saving lives and people give their self and everything else the praise. I was lucky and this, and that. No, you are blessed. That God decided that, hey, you need to be here. You're not done. So we just need to give God the praise. And you're welcome. You're welcome here. This is a place of safety. This is a place for the family. Like, I would love for everyone to just tune in and share your testimonies with us here on Seasons of Testimonies. Again, I'm your host, Miss Pearl. Love you and goodbye. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel as we continue to release more and more new testimonies every week. Thank you.